In Cannondale's history of wild innovation, there's probably no product that better exemplifies our single-minded commitment to pure performance than this, the radical single-sided Lefty. Lefty's dual-crown single-legged design, it's just a better way to build a fork. For one, it's lighter. That's pretty intuitive to most people. It's only got one leg, should be lighter than a two-legged fork. But what blows people away when they ride Lefty for the first time is the unbelievable stiffness and steering precision that they get out of this fork. Lefty's unconventional design delivers a level of stiffness and steering precision that you just can't get out of a two-legged fork.
So when we talk about Lefty, most people go, why Lefty? What is the reason? Why do we do Lefty? What makes Lefty different? And every time that comes up, I bring up my little fatty friend as a reminder. Back in 93, 94, etc., we had world-class athletes winning World Cups, and as a matter of fact, a world championship title on a fatty fork. A fatty fork is a unique system of the head shock, Lefty, basically same technology, using linear needle bearings. This allows to have a super stiff structure. You got a stiff fork like you would have on a rigid fork, and the whole mechanism is in the head tube. Of course, mountain bikes and the whole sport moves on, and one of the big innovations was using more travel. More travel in this system would have meant to increase the length of the head tube and jacking up the front of the bike. Since this would screw up the geometries of the bike completely and make the bike very difficult to ride, we had to come up with another idea, and basically Lefty was born. Lefty means to extract the head tube suspension out of the head tube onto the side. And now that we managed to take the suspension out of the head tube onto the side, avoiding that the front end gets too high, you will see, or you notice right away, that we have a unique, very different look, which makes the Lefty on the left side very distinct. And this is the single-sided wheel mount, okay? So you can see that the wheel is just mounted from one side, which is not really new. A lot of industries, such as the car industry and the motorbike industry and airplanes, use a single-sided wheel mount. As a matter of fact, that's stronger than most conventional bike wheel mounts, which have either a clamped axle or a through axle, because as you can see here, it is one piece. It's forged from one piece, 25 and 15 millimeters. So now that we understand that mounting the wheel from one side is not a disadvantage, as a matter of fact, it's an advantage, how do we overcome the problem that the spindle or the wheel will move independently and not lose control? We do that by having a square in square. So we have a square lower tube and a square upper tube, which basically avoids that they can twist against each other. Of course, not by itself. To do so, we have these linear needle bearings, which are positioned on four sides of the fork between the inner and the outer leg. And now that we've explained the square and square, which avoids that the fork rotates unwantedly, we show the needle bearings. We have four sets of linear needle bearings, which are basically responsible for the fact that the Lefty telescope is smooth throughout the complete travel, no matter how big the load is. As you can imagine, this moves no matter how big the load is, stiction free. If I would remove this, as conventional forks have a bushing on metal, you have a lot more friction under load. So another big difference compared to conventional forks is that Lefty always uses a double crown. Most conventional forks have single crown. That means all the loads peak right above the single crown. On the Lefty double crown, we distribute the loads on two crowns. So it makes it a lot stronger fork. Another thing that you notice about Lefties right away is that other than conventional forks, which have the standard direction, meaning the big part at the bottom, the skinny tubes at the top, Lefty is using the inverted design, also known as the upside down design. Upside down design is a lot better in terms of unsprung weight. We have a lot less material that is not being suspended, and then we have a better material distribution for taking big loads. summarize it up, Lefty is stiffer, stronger, smoother, and considering the stiffness and strength, it's the lightest fork on the market.
No matter what the trail throws your way, you own your line, the line doesn't own you.